Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, and still the biggest gob in sport. Right, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Before we start, I just want to give a big shout out to a gentleman from Tamworth, who's Mobile Paint Spain. He's just come and done a dint for me in a car. So, Michael Eames, thank you very much, Michael. First time I've ever used any of these mobile guys. I think we all feel that we have to go to a body shop, don't we? But they usually got your car 2, 3, 4 days for a dint, haven't they? Took him an hour, so I'm happy. Only a small dint, so get me out of a bit of a tight spot. But thank you very much. Uh, that's about it, really. People who keep on having a go. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, I had scalp treatment on head because I had a bald head, didn't I? Gotta look your best. Gotta look your best, aren't you, when you're on camera? So I'm now involved with the company. So if you want it done, don't pay 5 bags. Come and see your Uncle Porky, and I'll look you up. I'll give you the code to get a discount. All right, but you'll have to go to Rotherham for it. Uh, we covered Mike McCallum's death and James Cook, and then it's sad, really. I've been watching some of their fights last night, and James Cook, very good, but Mike McCallum, elite. So they will be sadly missed. And the community will miss James Cook, won't they? Down south where he's from. He did really well in his community. So I hope their families are all right. Right, Chisora, Parker, Atoma, Akoli, all these guys here, why are they not calling Caballero out? You know, uh, Wardley as well. I don't see his name being mentioned outside of Caball's. So interesting, isn't it? I think he's probably the biggest bogeyman in division. Parker, for me, isn't a bogeyman. Look at his wins since Joe Joyce filled him in. They're all very carefully selected opponents by his trainer. So, so he hasn't shown me anything to suggest that he's not the stinkinator. Because you put him in with somebody like Caballel and it'll be totally different, won't it? So he ain't calling him out. But we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see. Juggy as Oliver on Talksport. Spencer, why are you saying Dillian Whyte's an ambassador for what he's done in British boxing? 4-time drug cheat in combat sports. Oh my God. Free in boxing. So he won now, doesn't he? What's he done? He go by British level and he's failed, hasn't he? So Spencer Oliver going into bat for his pals because he's scared to death of them. It is what it is, isn't it? We've covered Lomachenko retires. What a great fighter, world champion after a few couple of fights, was it? 2 or 3 fights. So good luck to him in his retirement. He's a multi-millionaire, multi-soap flash, women and chow chai. Uh, we covered the Fury Ring Magazine, ranked number 1. Why is he not ranked in any governing bodies? Keep saying it, and I'll say it again, but people keep emailing me. It's because he don't want to be drug tested. So, but Turkey will keep him in that position, tickle his ego, won't it? Uh, Zelfa Barrett back in the mix with Joe G. He's left his uncle Pat, who's been his trainer all the way through. Uh, I think he'll do well with Joe G. I think it'll freshen him up. I don't think he's got that many miles on clock. He reminds me of a bit like an E-Type Jaguar with 30,000 on clock. Still going to be mint, isn't he? Just a few tweaks here and there. I don't think there's much needed to do there, but he's in good hands. And obviously, Joe G's got the ear roll of Turkey Al Sheikh, can he? So good luck to Zelfa Barrett. I like him from what I've heard. He's an hard trainer and he's a nice kid. And he's got a great story, so get behind him. There's some big Manchester nights to come there. I'm sure of it. Uh, Callum Simpson, what next? Well, I think I've seen an interview where Ben Whittaker said he'd knock him out and take his girlfriend. That's just hype, innit? Ben Whittaker walking around £200, 195, £200, picking on a super middle. Get you sent down to super middle then, Ben. I'm sure Callum Simpson will oblige you. Why would he need to come up? He's a bit more far advanced than you, isn't he? British, Commonwealth, European champion and world ranked. You're way off the pace as regards what he's done as a pro. Plus, you're quitting the Liam Cameron fight. Let's have it right. Now, Froch might not have asked you the question, but I'm going to ask it. Did you quit? You know you did. So stop it. All right. Stop trying to be a big road man. I'll knock you out and I'll take your bird. Sheesh. Bit like you were taking Mickey out Liam Cameron's outfit he had on. Do you know what I mean? But listen, you've not had it put on you yet. So if you're that good, jump in with yard. I'm sure he'll oblige you. Old Willie Hutchinson's chomping at the bit to fight you. I don't see you mentioning his name, do you? Exactly, Ben Whittaker. That's you dealt with. Uh, Fabio Wardley, will he be found out? Well, people keep saying he's going to be found out, but he's got the equaliser, hasn't he? Just like Wilder kept equalising people, didn't he? So, but the White Rhino's come out and said he's not going to get to world level. I don't agree. Wilder did, but they all said he wasn't going to do. But once you've got that equaliser, do a lot of damage, can't you? Uh, Boxer and the Sky deal. What do I think about it? I don't really care. Adrian Mole, aka Ben Shalom, should have been nowhere near an exclusive deal with Sky. They thought they could give him it because he could be controlled behind the scenes because these old stages, your Mick Ennis's, your Dennis Hobsons, your people like that, they're going to promise you one thing and then they're going to do another thing, aren't they? Fight week, they're going to be pulling people off right and left, right and centre. There's going to be all sorts of moves. So that's probably why they didn't get the deal and he was probably easy to control, but everybody's cut his legs off, haven't they, behind the scenes? So it's Sky's own fault. Will they stay in boxing? People are saying they will. People are saying they won't. I keep seeing Johnny Horsecock doing interviews every other day. He's obviously shitting his pants about his position there because he's been very comfortable there, only for a long time, only Horsecock. So everybody's going out to bat for themselves. But what you're going to see now is Horsecock doing interview after interview after interview, bigging Eddie Hills up, which he hasn't been doing for 4 years. But you're going to see a lot of that now because he's the front runner to get back on Sky. So expect Johnny to be waxing lyrical about the Billy Ricky Iceman 7-0. Five by way of course. The only footage we've got is him knocking Spotty Frank about. So it's looking like it's a taxi for the mole. In the midnight hour, they cried mole, mole, mole. Will Horsecock be out of job? Nah, they'll be too scared to get rid of him because he'll go down the woke route, won't he? So, but it is what it is. My good pal Max Jenkins, aka Hercules, Big Ron's changed his name to Hercules, hasn't he? Well, Big Ron's trying to make the fight for George Fox against Max. I think they're both 4-1, aren't they? So good luck to Max in that one, and may they both get back safely to their families. So I just want Max to have his fight with him and get back to Leona for some stew and dumplings, eh, Max? People keep asking me in emails, Billy Joe Saunders, Porky. No, Billy Joe Sausages. I'm not interested in his comeback. He's into his 5th year now out of the game, so he's become civilized. But every now and then, Billy needs his ego tickling, just like the Cobra and just like English Eubank, aka Chris Eubank Senior. His comeback attempts at pushing 59-year-old, I'm not interested in that either. So people will do out to nick a few quid. So, okie dokie. Adrian King, there's some news for him this week. Let's hope he's going to be fighting somebody like Solomon Dacros, somebody like that to get in the mix. But I don't think there's any rush with him. He's only a babby, isn't he? But I like him. He looks the part, doesn't he? He's an hard trainer. So good luck to him and Curtis Woodhouse. I know they're in Germany on 14th of June, but let's judge him when he gets to 10-0 before he starts fighting them sort of guys, Dacros and other people like that. Johnny Fisher fight's a good fight for Adrian King. I think he puts him on bottom moan, to be honest. So, talk sport. Porky, does talk sport need a shake-up? Yeah, I think it does. I think it needs a proper shake-up. There's too many of them, too comfortable there. They're all going into bat for the chumps, their pedigree. chums, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Got to do. But what can you do? Does anybody even respect Talksport now in the boxing industry who's a license holder? I don't think they do, but they need it because they've got a big platform. So they're going to say things like, I'm going to do the best for my fighters. When really, showery, aren't they, on that Talksport? Carl Froch against Darren Till. Will it happen? I'm not interested at all unless they both fight. One as a boxer and one as a UFC or MMA job. I'd be interested to see that. The boxing one first and then the other one, or vice versa. I'm sure Darren Till would let Froch fight him as a box in a boxing match first, but no payments made until they've had the rematch in a cage. So will it happen? We'll see, won't we? But I think that's only fair, isn't it? That is only fair. So, Porky, what do you think to Eddie Hills and his promotional skills? Well, he couldn't get Joshua Wilder on, and he hasn't been able to get Fury Joshua on, has he? So, but I'll come to that in a bit with some Corker news in a bit. But he did have Zile Zhang on his books, he had Usyk on his books, and he had Luis Ortiz on his books. But he all let him go. Do you know why? Because they're not commercially viable, Coogan. Well, there you go. Well, he's crying in his soup now, and he pop pop bang. So, has anybody seen the boxing scene article from Joe Gallagher about Zelfa Barrett? Go and have a read of that. That's a good article. I want to give a mention here about Perry Bar Dog Track. My pal has been racing dogs there years. They've been racing dogs there since 1929, people in the area. So after 96 years, they're going to flatten it all and build 338 apartments and 89 townhouses. So I don't know how I feel about that, but they're moving it to Wolverhampton, in middle at Wolverhampton racetrack, which I've been there with Kevin when he's us lost. And they've already got two dog tracks in Wolverhampton, so how do they need a third? So what about Birmingham? That's how I look at it. I like the dogs. I like losing my dough. I like getting drunk and losing my dough. So, but they've been doing Speedway there, haven't they, as well, for roughly about the same amount of time. About 40 odd years before I was born. So I don't know. Somebody just asked me what next for Savannah Marshall. I don't know. Well, Matty Harris has fought Dan Garber, so has Huey. So maybe Savannah Marshall versus Dan Garber on the Misfits show. I mean, stranger things have happened, haven't they? I mean, Frank Maloney turned into a bird, didn't he? So it is what it is. Porky, what's a good film? Well, watch that Wind River with Jeremy Renner. So last night, that's a good film. That's a good film. Reminded me a bit of that Fargo, but yeah, that were all right. So, Porky, what do you think to Dana White with Netflix and Crawford Canelo? Well, I think that's a fantastic fight, and my money's on Crawford to school him. I mean, absolute school him. And people keep going on about size this and size that, but I think Crawford's that elite. I don't think it'll bother him. Bother him. I think he's another rate Leonard. He is that good. So we're going to see, aren't we? Crawford going in there against a former drug cheat. Yeah, nobody's mentioning it though, are they? So, okay. Dylan Whyte against Moses Atome. Nah, I don't think that happens, mate. I don't think it happens at all. I think Dylan White will bottle it, but if it does happen, I think he gets put on planet orbit. So wherever that is, or through orbit onto moon, button moon. But I don't think so, no. But if he does turn up, it's his last hurrah, isn't it? Custer's last stand. Uh, Porky, who is the number one fighter in the world at the moment? It's Alexander Usyk, in it. He's beating guys 3 and 4 stone heavier than him and up to half a foot taller, and 6, 7, 8 inch long reach. So he's doing a bit more than what Crawford was doing. But although Crawford's stepping up to Canelo, but if Crawford beats Canelo, it's a flip a coin job, isn't it? But I'd still have Usyk at the top. So that's about it, really. So, okie dokie. So, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. I'm off out on my mountain bike now. Quick 16 miler there and back, I think, Tamworth. That'll be good, won't it, in this weather? It's nice weather, isn't it? Just hope I don't get run over because I'm a bit all over the place. Go on, pop, pop, bang. Well, thank everybody for sharing them as well, videos. A lot of people have been sharing them lately. Brilliant. Go on, peace out.